So I'll just say what happened.
Yeah.
And I have not heard this from him, but this is what I know to be true. What happened?
Go ahead. No, I 100% think you're right.
Paul F. Tompkins, we call him in our last episode. He gets all like, oh, well, now it's time to like clap back with facts. This is like his thing is clapping back with facts.
Clap back with facts, and he says that's a wrap.
And then ultimately that's a wrap.
Yeah.
So he looks at it's all on the calendar. Who we have coming up as a guest. You can see.
We have, Earwolf, you have access to who people are going to have as guests. I keep saying,
do not publicly release who our guests are to the other Earwolf
say
hosts.
With guest, because people try to because people know, first of all, if it's a new guest, they're going to have to suck on these because they've never had it. They try to get in front, and so it's all a mess.
And this place is a sieve for leaks. Everyone cashing in on our information. So by the time the episode actually comes out, it's been leaked. It's everywhere.
I can count the number of people I trust in this building on one hand. Oh, and by the way, I don't even use my thumb.
So Paul looks at who we have coming up, and he sees that we have Nick Wiger as a guest, and he says, okay, how can I make these guys look absolutely as bad as possible? And he says, okay, in honor of Black History Month, Spontaneation is going to be featuring black improvisers and guests for all of February.
You think he just came up with you think he just wanted to do a Black History Month thing? Or do you think he looked at the calendar and said, oh, these guys have the corniest white dude of all time coming in as their first guest in February?
Wiger.
Nick friggin' Wiger.
And put that up against an entire month of black improvisers and guests.
Sean Diston, Carl Tart, Ronnie Adrian, Lacey Mosley, Zeke Nicholson, Danielle Gaither, Phil Lamar, Gary Anthony Williams. I mean, just like all these great, funny, talented black improvisers.
And if we tried to do that now, Paul knows it's too late.
We're playing catch up.
We can never recover.
We're playing
from
catch up.
this.
We're playing catch up. And I bet he hasn't even booked a lot of these people, but he's just saying he's going to get them because honestly, it's the press release.
Yes.
I mean,
it doesn't matter if he actually follows through, which I heard he's not going to.
If you remember, several years back, there was a big Deadline article about how Aziz Ansari was going to write 3 films with Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
And it was like this multi-million-dollar deal. And not one of those movies ever came out.
No.
And then I saw an interview with Aziz, and you know what he said? He said, the best part is having the article come out about it. You don't want to actually have to write the movie.
That's the game.
And that's the game. So now we're doing this ad. He's not going to follow through and have these people improvise on his show. He doesn't know these people. You know who he knows? Me, Brett, corny ass Nick Wiger. Say hi, Nick.
You guys think I'm the corniest white dude?
The corniest white dude in like public life. I'm sure there's like some there's a cornier white dude who nobody has ever heard of, but of all the ones that anyone has ever heard of,
right?
Yes.
I mean, okay. I get
who's name one who's cornier than you?
Tucker Carlson?
No, he's not. No,
you don't think so? He wears a bow tie on television.
Stopped wearing the bow tie.
Oh, he stopped wearing the bow tie. Okay, I guess that makes him a little less corny.
And also, he was steady mobbing in the bow tie, so that sort of negates the whole premise.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I'm not the authority on who's corny or not. I just
who's steady mobbing.
It's just jarring to hear that I'm the corniest.
So let me say this. Here's what I have.
Steady bobbing for apples.
Here's what I have to say. You won't want to miss these compelling interviews and hilarious improvised narratives. That's what I have to say. Here's what I will say. You're about as likely to see all these guests as you are to see the Randy movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that's on the same plane.
Yeah.
That was a pretty Funny or Die exclusive, though, right? Remember the Randy teaser?
I thought it was great how he used the same material from his stand-up, but then just became Randy.
Right.
He said the same stuff, but then would say Randy sometimes after his joke. Still did the Cold Stone stuff. And it's like, but you think Randy's a bad comedian.
Yeah.
Why is he doing your stuff?
Imagine you use the sound effect after the joke. So, Spontaneation with Paul F. Tompkins, hear it every Monday on Apple Podcasts, if he even keeps doing it, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And stick around for the rest of our interview with corny-ass Nick Wiger. So obviously it's getting later and later. We're sweating. It's dark, and it's it's dangerous to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
And so I turn to Elias Katias.
Yeah, I hate this song. Just shut it up.
Shut the song off.
I hate it.
I can't. And I turn to him and I go, especially now that we have our new version.
Yeah.
But I go, well, if you guys pay for the pro version, you'll
That's
get
why
to
I'm
hear
saying
it.
I hate it. I love this song.
The song's great.
It's my favorite song.
If you guys pay for the pro version, we actually got a way more expensive version of that
But
song.
I'm saying, I hate this song. And so people are like, oh, I got to hear that
gotta
other
pay
song.
for the thing. Yeah. But I turn to Elias and I go, should we just quit? And then Gary Sinise is like, no, we have to do this.
No.
And he's like, grab a shovel, boys, because we're digging up John Steinbeck's body to see if the rumors are true.
Yeah.
That he was buried with a pile of Nazi gold. Mm-hmm. And I'm also going, how are we going to know what kind of gold it is really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just gold. It doesn't say that on it.
I don't think they stamped it on there.
No.
And also, obviously, Elias is just curious if Steinbeck had what we all think he had.
A hog.
A monster hog. And he's saying he can tell from the way that the pelvis is distended.
Yeah.
Just the pelvic bone.
Because
if the
it
hips
would
are dragged down.
pull down his hip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it would have dragged down, especially for the length of time that he lived, that if he had a hog like that.
Yeah.
That it would have his iliac crest would be descended. Mm-hmm. So as we're all fighting and digging and sweating and fighting, all of a sudden I start getting shot with bullets.
Yeah.
And I look up and Tiffany, the pop star, is like, think you're alone now or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's shooting me.
Okay.
And so, of course, I take the shovel, I knock a couple of the bullets back
never
at
doing
her.
any of the digging or hunting herself. Always following the other hunters.
And then swoops
shooting
in right when it's almost dug up. And I go, oh, he really must have this gold because she loves that stuff.
Yes.
And so I start hitting the bullets back with the shovel, and one of the bullets friggin' takes her wig off.
And tricking you into thinking you're alone now. Setting that up so long ago.
Oh, yeah. No.
Getting that song stuck in your head so you're trained to think that you're alone now. Then Tiffany is actually there shooting you.
And Gary gets killed and Elias gets killed.
Yeah.
And then I kill her. And then
you were just tired at that point because I know you did not finish getting the gold.
No, I didn't dig up, and I didn't get to see if he's packing heat down there.
Hey, welcome to Hollywood Handbook, an insider's guide to kicking butt and dropping names in the red carpet line back hallways of this industry we call showbiz. We already introduced, we are just always doing different stuff with this model. We already introduced the guest in the ad. Have you ever in your life heard another show do that?
Oh, it was a pre-roll ad.
Is it pre-roll?
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
pre-roll.
Oh, good.
Sometimes, because I just assumed it was a mid-roll ad, and I'm not saying that because of this.
Yeah, because
affiliation
who
with mid-roll.
have you ever heard of somebody like that?
Right.
Doing the guest in the ad.
Right.
Well, and
Unprecedented.
Sometimes it does say pre-roll at the top of an ad, and then we'll read it, and then when we go to listen to the show,
be like
they
45
just threw
minutes
it in the
into it.
fucking middle.
Yeah,
And
sure,
then
sure.
It's just like, okay, guys, thanks.
And someone will say on the internet, like, I think this was maybe supposed to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because I think they were trying to tell a story, but with the ads, but they're all out of order.
Yeah. And then we just are always punished for putting any care into what we do at
Right.
all. Just fucking no reward ever. for
Everyone
being-
else here knows it makes them look bad, and so they will sabotage us to maintain the status quo.
They're all paying off.
And it's working.
Yeah. And it's working. And it's working. And the status quo is alive and healthy.
Do you think that's ideal ad placement? Like from I wonder from your perspective creatively, because clearly you're trying to do something. If you're throwing in some story elements into your ads, it seems like pre-roll works for you. But like I wonder from the advertiser's perspective, do they think I have to think maybe mid-roll is the most engaged? Like you're kind of in the middle of the episode,
Sure.
you go to break, then you've got your audience already hooked. They're maybe more likely to listen to that, or maybe they're already in the middle of like their workout or their commute, so they're not going to skip through the ad.
Oh, yeah. That's the most obvious
that's my
thing in the world.
assumption,
That's
but
the most obvious thing in the world.
So you think that was a trite observation that I shouldn't have made?
Yeah, that's insanely stupid.
Okay, all right.
So
That's
stupid.
exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, well, I'm
'Cause,
sorry.
You start the podcast, like, anybody knows if they want to skip ads that you just, like, skip to when you actually, oh, now I'm hearing the theme song.
Yeah,
okay, now
right.
I'm going to listen. But then when one comes up in the middle, you don't. Everyone knows it, both anecdotally from their own lives and just
yeah.
from thinking for 1 fucking second. And how long did it take you to say it?
I mean, I spent a little bit of time just detailing the logic.
That's corny, man.
All right.
That's corny.
But it also doesn't apply to. Here's another reason why it's so stupid.
Yeah.
It doesn't really apply to us because there are metrics now. I don't know if you know about this because you're operating independently, but you can see ads, whether people drop out or not when they're listening to ads.
Oh, interesting.
There's a little graph that
you
shows
not know that?
a little line.
No, I haven't seen that.
Creeping across the graph, and it goes up and down depending on when people are skipping or actually listening to the ads. And ours, if you look at ours, it looks like the line looks like my friggin' dingling, which sticks straight out.
Yeah, straight. Yeah.
No angle on that bad boy. Just
No.
parallel with the floor.
No.
And a lot of the other shows' lines looks like my ding-a-ling, which goes straight down.
Which is yeah. It flatlines for a while and then goes down.
Got it.
And like
Come back
and
up.
like after like 25-minute mark and then goes back up.
And pops back up a little bit. Peek it out.
So
and then the post roll is like way down.
Right. Yeah, because once the episode's over, then people aren't engaged anymore. They're just
Yeah,
like,
but
they're
I
moving
meant on his thing. Like,
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Post roll on your dong.
Yeah, yo, dude. Hey, man, can we talk about the ad again? Let me just say, I'm sorry I blew by your steady bobbing for apples thing. I already
No, I
had
like
something I
that.
was thinking of that I was going to say.
I
Can you
like that.
explain what that was to me?
Steady bobbing
Yeah.
for apples?
Yeah, what is that? Is that what's
It's
that
like a
reference to?
corny activity, man. Like,
Oh,
something,
okay.
yeah. So you are hearing that and thinking like that sounds like a fun like date idea or something.
Sounds kind of, wholesome.
it's germs.
Yes.
Okay. It's apples, which are one of the corniest fruits. And it's like a Halloween activity.
Yeah.
Right.
So I guess you'd be doing it so you can like bring up your monster fuck song. You'd be like, hey, I did this kind of famous song.
You think that's a thing I try to like
Every time,
when you're
every
on
time
a date.
September rolls around, I
Uh-huh.
feel like you start to get a little like excited to bring out the monster fuck again.
Well, I think if you're buying for apples, it's pretty likely that the Monster Mash will come on and you'll go like, oh man, this actually reminds me of something very funny I've done.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think that doesn't sound like a fair characterization of me. I don't think I'm someone who goes around bragging about bits I've done on shows.
Okay.
I mean, I do it every year. Ackerman asked me to do it. This is the one time he allows me to go on Comedy Bang Bang once a year to do the monster fuck. And so, like, that's when it comes up, and a lot of people do mention it to me on social media. I don't think it's a thing I bring up on my own.
Seems like you should be allowed at this point to do other holiday songs.
I guess then it just becomes like, is that just going to seem derivative of, in the same way that Monsters Holiday is
But what would
derivative
seem
of Monster
derivative
Mash?
of the thing that you do now is
Right.
doing it over and over again.
Sure.
Instead of doing, like
Doing something new.
your signature gross out comedy for other holidays.
I see. Yeah, I don't know. I guess there is something to the element of like, the meta joke of, I'm not even sure if I'm using meta correctly, but the joke of doing the same bit every year is that I present it as it's a new bit. And then so I just do the exact same thing. I think like if it was actually a new bit in a way that's almost
Rule of 37s. The rule of 37.
right.
It's in the stage now where it has stopped being funny.
Yeah.
But it's going to come back around and be funny again.
37 years from now. Or I guess it would 31 years from now, however long I've been doing
Wow,
it.
Yeah.
6 years.
6 years, man. What a ride, huh? Goddamn.
People are thinking 2 episodes in a row with just Wiger and no Mitch. That's very smart. Very smart thing to think. Mm-hmm. We are thinking that as well.
Yeah.
What happens is, we should get Kevin.
Where Kevin?
I shouldn't have to open the door to do this. Kevin!
Please, Hayes, my dog.
You want the
When you
door to
shout
just
that
swing
loud.
open?
He loves it.
When you shout that loud,
Yeah, I want the
very
door. Can you just have the
concerned.
door to swing?
He didn't seem too startled.
Yeah, but
Boss
he was
seemed okay.
sleeping so
He came
peacefully,
over.
and now he's going to be
he
wigging
was
out.
snoozing.
He's going to be licking the walls,
Well, now he's getting some
chewing
pets.
on the foam in the corner. Oh, yeah, from friggin' Wiger.
He likes it.
Corny
Pets. Chef Kevin,
Hi, Chef. Hey guys, Chef Kevin here. Thanks for having me.
you almost fucked up. Walk us through the process of booking this episode.
Sure. Okay. I reached out to Nick and Mitch. What would you say, Nick? A month ago.
That was a while ago. Do you want me to find out on? I mean, I could look it up on my email.
That'll be thrilling.
Okay. I'll be looking while you're giving some more background.
Cool. So I reached out a month ago. I said, "Hey, Sean and Hayes would love to have you guys both on. Are you available any Saturdays in February?" I believe I said, and then they both said what's today? The 3rd would work for them. And then I asked a couple days ago if they could do, because I originally asked for 11 a.m.
Yes.
And then I said, could you guys actually do 10:30?
Sorry, real quick, just so everyone listening knows, neither Hayes nor I are giving Kevin the famous stretch it out symbol during this story. It may seem like, if you just imagine Kevin telling a story at this pace, that there must be someone across from him sort of pulling their fingers apart like they're pulling taffy.
We're both just staring at him in horror.
Yeah, in disbelief. I was finally able to get my shit together enough just to say what was happening, but go ahead, Kevin.
Bosch
Continue.
Frozen
Actually-
in fear.
He actually put Bosch back to sleep.
Yeah,
He's snoozing in the
that
corner.
was kind.
So they both said yes, and then Mitch said he couldn't do today, kind of last minute.
Yeah. So what? January 5th, you emailed us.
Yeah, and you asked him if the follow up was, can you guys do half an hour earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he said, I will not be doing the show at all.
Right. I sadly have to. This is Mitch's email. So Kevin emailed, "Hey guys, can you do 10:30 on Saturday? Thanks." Mitch, I sadly have to back out Saturday. I'm going to the Super Bowl last minute, so that'll kind of timestamp when this record is. I apologize. Tell the guys I'm sorry. So yeah, that was his.
You don't think it timestamped when
Why
the
is that
record was when
interesting?
Kevin
He
said
the
February
date
3rd?
and the time.
Oh, I guess I kind of zoned out at that.
You guys all zoned out. It's okay.
Right. I guess maybe people might not know what my thinking was February 3rd. People, that date might not mean anything, but Super Bowl weekend, they might have a memory attached to that.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Please do call it the big game.
Oh, I apologize. Of course, the big game.
I wonder why you can't call it the super game.
Yeah.
They own super?
Yeah. Or the big
Big bowl.
Right. I think it's probably safest legally to just excise both words. If you use one or the other, it might be somewhat actionable.
Okay.
Right?
This freaking corny motherfucker.
So, Mitch, this is not the first time I think this exact same thing happened
Yeah.
last time.
He bailed on another
We
record.
booked both you guys, and then the day before, Mitch was like, actually,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be there.
Yeah.
People are, and they also think oh, Mitch must have some good connections, some good friends to go to the Super Bowl. Nope, he paid $3,000 of your Patreon money. That's your buddy. Mm-hmm. It's you. You are the friends.
I really want to support these podcasters. Oh, they work so hard to give me so much content. They freaking eat cheese fries in front of a mic. I gotta give them the money I earned all day fixing air conditioners or whatever, crawling around in a vet, and then fucking what does he do with the money? Flies out. $3,000. That's not counting how much he paid for the flights
and I bet he paid for his friend too.
I don't know if he
and
paid
a hotel,
for.
maybe.
I don't know if he paid for his friend. I think he definitely went out of pocket for himself. He's staying with a friend, so he doesn't have a hospitality expense. The flight,
But he's gonna buy that guy dinner.
yeah, he'll buy his friend dinner, I'm sure, and some drinks. But he bragged about the flight like that. This is how I knew how much he spent on the tickets. He bragged about how much he'd saved on the flight because he bought a flight to Dallas with a connection in Minnesota, so he's just going to get off the plane in Minneapolis. And so that was cheaper than flying directly there, I guess.
And it was because of that decision that it's going to take, because you're thinking, like, it's Saturday morning, why isn't he available for this?
Sure.
It's because he saved like $50 to do a 9-hour flight to Minneapolis. So he had to probably leave at like 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Yeah. So
I mean, it also could have been just 10:30 was too early for him to start. That could also have been it. Like he could still be at home right now. Who knows?
And for anyone who thinks, hey, these guys shouldn't be in Mitch's pockets like this, talking about the actual hard numbers, $3,000 that he paid for the tickets. Anybody who wants to say that, here's what I have to say to you. Mitch probably agrees.
So this is a continuing pattern.
It's a theme, right? That Mitch bails on your ass.
He hangs you out to dry.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's part of our working relationship. Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think we figure it out. But yeah, I've voiced my frustrations with Mitch at times, and he's voiced his frustrations with me. We both have problems with each other for different reasons. But yeah, I will say that like he doesn't normally flake out like this on me, but it is interesting that he's done this twice to you guys.
No, this is on you. He's doing this to you.
You think he's doing this to me?
Yes.
Okay. He's
because here you are, just like flopping around on the deck, like a fish, I guess.
Sure,
yeah.
And you guys are roasting me relentlessly, calling me a corny ass motherfucker.
Well, and this is gonna be one of the worst episodes of the year.
For you guys.
And when they make the list, of all the worst podcast episodes for the year, they're going to go, well, the time Nick Wiger was on Hollywood Handbook, and you're exposed. And Mitch knows that when he's with you, he's sort of able to buoy some of your traits. And that when he leaves you alone, he's going to be fully exposing you as just so fucking corny.
I was really looking forward to that list because I thought, oh God, it will be so great to like hear all the episodes where they just got nothing going. The host and the guests clearly just have no chemistry whatsoever, nothing to talk about. That seemed like such a fun list if we had not been on it so much.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I was really ready to just dance on the graves of all my enemies, and then I come to find out that I've been.
It's your own name on the grave, like Scrooge.
Yeah, it's like Scrooge.
Who made this? Is this was this like a Paste magazine thing? Was this on the Earwolf subreddit?
It's Paste.
It's Paste. It's Paste. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Pacey, they can be, hey, they went after UCB for not paying coaches. I mean, they're pretty brutal.
They?
How dare they?
This sacred institution.
Right.
How dare you suggest that they reimburse them for their labor when they get attention for it? Priceless attention.
Amen.
There's no amount of money that could be enough to equal the amount of attention they get for being coaches and the feeling of power.
It's a rock star lifestyle, man. I mean, I can say it. I've been through it. Jesus, Nick.
I've been on Herald Night.
You've been up on that stage.
I've been on Mod Night. I know what it's like. It's electric.
The money would cheapen it. And I'm sure all the coaches would say that as well.
Mm-hmm. Can we just step back for a second?
Paste is obsessed with money and paying people for work. Shame.
Can we just step back for a second?
It's more complicated than you think, though.
That's what I'm saying. This is my background.
Yeah.
I'm slavishly devoted to my theater.
Right.
Yeah.
The same way you feel about...
The Harvard Lampoon?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Did you see Futile and Stupid Gesture?
I know.
All my heroes.
That's not my thing. I'm not interested.
All my heroes. Yeah, I guess it's really for me and my cronies.
Right.
But it was a portrayal of every single one of my greatest heroes.
John Gemberling, Armin Weitzman, John Daly.
Armin Weitzman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it was so cool to see my life up there on the screen.
Right.
I'm partying in a castle.
Yeah.
I'm drinking
playing
wine.
softball with the Crimzoids and not even taking it seriously at all.
Not even caring. And that...
making a mockery of it.
And giving a little bit of a middle finger to just about everybody. Because if you can't laugh then why are we even on this fucking stupid blue marble we call the planet?
Is there any sort of hazing involved in joining the Lampoon?
Yeah, we'll fuck with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You come rolling in there, man. You're gonna take some licks,
Right.
Unfortunately, but at the same time, that's what makes you so strong and funny later. Is that like you earned your spot? Because one thing we'll do is, if you're a woman, we won't let you in. If you're not white, we basically won't.
I heard that wasn't true.
Yeah,
it is true.
If you're not white, we're basically like, we might let you in, but we'll never really take you seriously.
See, to me, I asked about hazing. This just sounds like a discriminatory practice in who you're admitting. Like that's not what I characterize hazing as. Like, oh, you have to drink a bunch of shots or something. Or
oh no, we never make you do that.
Okay.
We will. One thing we really like to do is just mess up a castle and just make somebody clean it up. And that's cool. And so in a way, we're hazing like the cleaning staff that we pay for.
Right. I did hear from someone who was, I don't know if they were associated with the Lampoon or they had a friend who was at the Lampoon, but that there was some sort of plate breaking ritual. Like everyone was going in somewhere and like just shattering throwing plates on the ground.
We'll do that. Anywhere there's service staff, we will disrespect them. That's a fucking joke to us.
Right.
We never have had jobs or anything.
I got you.
So we will absolutely make their lives more difficult by just smashing shit and making a mess. And that is sort of how we get our kicks. And so, yeah, in a way, we are hazing anyone who didn't go to Harvard, really. And we're just giving freaking jobs to each other and stuff. Not like we need them, but.
Right. What do you think Harvard is alone among the Ivy Leagues as like kind of having that sort of humor magazine that people hold up as this is influential and this is what, this is a feeder to
Nick.
Shots fired at the Dartmouth Jack-o'-lantern.
Watch the movie.
Oh, it's explained in the movie.
And the Princeton Tiger.
Okay.
But why are they alone in being so influential? I guess because we're just so funny. Me and my cronies.
Sure.
All my Harvard
All the
cronies.
Stanford chappies out there are foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, I can't believe that Nick Wiger went after those guys. I didn't think this corny bitch had it in him. But he's actually really freaking slashing them.
Oh, I'll go after the chappies.
Casper is a sleep brand that continues to revolutionize its line of products to create an exceptionally comfortable sleep experience one night at a time.
You ever think about that?
And they have made an important change. We use the product. I love the mattress. It's nice.
Hold on. Can I ask you something, listener? Have you even really thought about that, what Hayes just said?
Sometimes I honestly, as I'm reading it, sometimes I feel like people are not thinking about this.
They're not listening, and they're just going like, oh, yeah, Hayes is just talking. It's like, no, he's actually saying something you need to hear.
Zombies,
that Casper's a friggin' sleep brand that continues to revolutionize its line of products and exceptionally comfortable sleep experience one at a time. It's like,
listen to me.
Big. That's huge.
We sleep on them. We like to do it. We also sometimes have suggestions. These mattresses, I want them to be the safest mattress in the world. And that they announced that they are doing that.
We've been working with them on a new technology that is completely specific to Casper. So in all three of their mattress models, the original Casper, the Wave, and the Essential, the mattresses are perfectly designed to soothe and cradle your natural geometry. And let's talk for a second about nightmares.
Yes.
Nightmares.
For 1 second.
Nightmares have a lot of misconceptions, a lot of myths around them. Some people think they're fake. They're not really happening. They're happening to you. And if you die in your dream, you can die in real life.
Nightmares are real. The real world is fake. Brett, that nightmare that you have where you wake up and you reach for your guitar and there's no guitar and there's no guitars in the world.
Yeah.
And everyone also knows that you don't know anything about music and you can't play the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
That's real. And the rest, the other world is fake. this world right now.
Mm-hmm. So Casper has agreed to use this new spray that they put on all their mattresses that me and Hayes invented, and it's friggin' nightmare spray, and it means that actually now the real world's real and the nightmares are fake. And so you're still alive.
And you can't die in either
music.
one.
And you can't. Yeah.
And I shred.
And Brett can shred.
shreds.
And Brett shreds. So think about which world do you want to live in? You want to sleep on a friggin' Sealy? Or do you want to have Brett shred?
Breathable design helps you sleep cool and safe, and the spray is also very cold. And it regulates your body temperature throughout the night. Comes in a little box, 100-night risk-free sleep on it trial where you cannot die.
And friggin' Kevin was telling me that he has been having a nightmare, Chef Kevin, that we sang a song about him being a creep pervert, and that was popular. Then his sister sent it to his parents to listen to. That actually was just a nightmare. And if he had a Casper mattress, what would happen is his parents would still have respect for their son. So interesting. So which world do you want to live in? Brett's shredding and Chef Kevin's parents have respect for him? Or there's a creepy pervert and a guy who don't know how to play guitar?
Get $50 towards select mattresses by visiting Casper.com/handbook. This code, and using handbook at checkout, this code will work in both the fake real world and the nightmare world that is actually real. You can use this code in either one of the realms.
It can transport you between them too.
Yes.
The code is powerful. The code is a strong secret code.
Casper.com/handbook. Offer code handbook for $50 off your mattress purchase. Do not tell anyone about this code. Terms and conditions apply.
If you tell anyone, we'll come into the nightmare world and we'll friggin' Freddy Krueger your whole butt.
Hollywood Handbook.
Hi, boils and ghouls. You ever wonder what it's like to be a friggin' captain of the greatest warship of World War II? Yeah, I know you did. That's why I even friggin' am doing the ad. Anyway, you should check out World of Warships, the free-to-play historical online combat game from Wargaming. Hayes, you want to talk a little bit about this game and your experience with it?
I got to do my own ship. Normal people can just, I think, pick ships from a list of ships. We get to do our own because we have a special code.
If you sign in, you'll command a massive naval fleet with some of history's most iconic war vessels like the USS Arizona, USS Indianapolis, and USS Enterprise. But because Hayes and I are doing such a good ad, they were like, well, you guys want to build your own ship? And mine is fucking sick, tricked out, dumb, stupid dope, baby.
Mine has me on the back. I'm playing deck games, and I'm giving the kamikazes the finger. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying, come and hit me, bitch. And then they do try to come in, and I catch them and throw them into the ocean.
Mine has Opus from Blue County, and he is shooting a cannon out from between his legs, and he's blasting at all the bad guys. And then he also is thinking like, I wonder if they want to come try and get this bitch. And then when they do try to come and get this, I'm actually waiting on the deck and I have a friggin' sword. And I just freaking stab, slice, swish, swoosh, and it's curtains for the bad guys.
Mine has Build a Cat as a figurehead on the front, and he shoots blasters as well. And endless hours of strategy, tactical gameplay, and pulse-pounding naval combat action. And if you see our ships coming through, get out of the way. I do not want to play the game with you.
No, the game is just for me to play by myself. I think the way the game works for most people is you'll be playing it and it'll have endless hours of strategy, tactical gameplay, and pulse-pounding naval combat action. Not interested for me
personally. Do not try to
personally.
play the game with me.
I just basically want to do donuts in my warship that I built and freaking make the biggest waves.
I just want to look at it. I don't want it to be like messed up at all. So do not shoot at it. And you can download it for free today at commandwarships.com. And please make sure you enter the code Hollywood18 when you download to get a ton of bonus content courtesy of Hollywood Handbook.
That's just to remind you what the age of consent is.
Which, yes, for people who play this game, that is an important, that, you know,
Like
you're
what you might be going,
you're fielding a lot of offers. And so it's important to remember, what is the law?
there's nothing sexier than a naval warship commander. So it's a big responsibility. You go in there, and even if you're not building your own ship like me and Hayes, but as two guys who did build their own ships that are so sick and so stupid, tricked out, dope, baby. Mad respect. Because we did that, we can tell you, yeah, people are going to be interested in getting into your skivvies there. And if you want to let them do that, then you better make sure that you type in Hollywood 18 first.
Yeah. And that has to be – Hollywood 18 has to be all caps.
The adult version of letters.
That includes a free premium ship, the famous cruiser Aurora, and if you will also be probably entertaining offers from the real famous cruiser Aurora. She entertains officers. So just remember to, you know, if the famous cruiser Aurora if she approaches you, please make sure she is Hollywood 18.
And you also get a pile of in-game currency to jumpstart your epic World War II naval experience. Download World of Warships today at commandwarships.com and start playing today. And just as another thing, warships. It's one word, but I want to make sure that you hear the two parts because I downloaded World of Warships. And what happened to me is I had to friggin' go to church.
Hollywood Handbook.
So you did a whole new song for the double?
Yeah, we
now
did.
Now we have to do that?
I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Everyone is looking at what you did. Now that we are making, I don't know if you heard, we have buku bucks now.
Yeah, you guys are you're doing a bonus episodes on Stitcher Premium, correct? That's the name of the service?
Yeah,
Don't
man.
say it like that.
Yeah, man. You got the name right. Stitcher Premium.
I hear him saying like, oh, it's like Stitcher Premium. It's like you're taking $5 a month payments and like taking a fraction of a cent off each one. Meanwhile, I'm taking $15 like a person, like a listener.
Yeah,
like
we're not
hard
exactly
cash.
flying to the Super Bowl with it, but that's not exactly what we need from our listeners. See, when you go behind a paywall like Stitcher Premium and people say, "Oh, we don't like the paywall," one thing is you get a lot of shows. Our old shows are there. This show, Hollywood Masterclass, that people are saying is very funny, is there. Even the Teacher's Lounge, our greatest enemy, we're in there having a party in there with them.
That's fun. Mike, because
Your shit,
Yeah.
I pay for your shit, I just get your shit. And then if I want someone else, I got to pay for that too.
right. Yeah, I mean, I think the Patreon
That's
model.
corny.
I think. I don't know if I'd say it was corny, but I do think the Patreon model ultimately is going to run into a critical mass issue where it's like how many $5 a month Patreons are you going to pay for individual podcasts? Like if every podcast is setting up their own little mini paywall, how many of those am I ultimately going to subscribe to eventually? Like with Stitcher Premium, we'll probably see people bundle into other paywalled services.
Yeah, that's why we're nice to our fans. So
What is that? What do you mean by that?
maybe explain. You explain what it means, Nick, that we're actually nice to our fans.
Oh, you're actually
Don't-
nice to your fans.
Us explain why.
Because people are probably going, wait a minute, why didn't they just do a friggin' Patreon? And it's like, oh yeah, that would have been buku bucks. Yeah, that would have been a bunch of bucks. For sure. I'd be even freaking Super Bowl right now. But I'm actually nice to my fans, Nick. And you don't have to pay $5 just for my show. You pay for that. This other show, Hollywood Masterclass, I heard it's really funny. And even our enemies at Teacher's Lounge live there.
What else did you do that's different for the double?
Yeah, how'd you do
That
it?
now
We're
we are also
struggling.
going to be expected to do.
Well, I mean, I would say that we have do you guys have a pretty loose format for your show?
Yeah.
And we have a little bit of a stricter
It's
structured
not
format.
the tight, the like razor sharp
Yeah.
format.
Right.
The fucking
Of
Swiss watch.
eat the food.
I wouldn't
go, we really should get to the forks.
I wouldn't say we have like precise it's not precise, but we have like a general sort of mechanism for how we construct our normal shows, and they're all centered around usually an individual chain. So this is the episode we're going to review Denny's or
Play
whatever.
the song that other people did for you.
Mm-hmm. Right, that is an element. Yeah, there's.
I wanted to ask: is
Yeah.
there anything you want us to say for a drop? A lot of times people will pull shit out of our shit to do a drop. Is there
I heard
anything
someone
you wish
say-
was in a drop because I'll say it.
I heard someone say, "Oh, I should maybe subscribe to Stitcher Premium because they said something about the Doughboys, and maybe I could cut that up for a drop." Get out of my paywall subscription feed. Get out of here.
If you're just
Delete
doing it
it.
to make a drop, forget it. Here, I'll give you the fucking drop for
Okay.
free. Fuck the Doughboys.
Put a drop shield on it, Brett. So they try to splice it for a drop.
Brett, initiate drop shield.
What is that?
Brett doesn't feel like he's been allowed to do enough this episode. Now he's punishing us.
Do you mean
Like
by
being
drop
flat.
shield? I want to try to, because like Brett, I'm also unclear on what you mean. Are you suggesting some sort of like?
It's a protective shield that when they try to splice it,
Okay.
it deflects the splice.
Oh, so it like encrypts that little element if you try to pull
Yes.
it out.
It's
pull
like
out
a
those few
panty
seconds.
shield.
It
for
ricochets.
drops.
The splice ricochets into one of their other apps.
Oh, so it can't just say Doughboy. They can't just take out Doughboys from that. It has to be fuck the Doughboys.
No, Brett.
No,
they aren't
Brett.
allowed to splice any of it. They'll be tempted. That was splice
You're saying
bait.
that's a perfect. That would be a
Yeah.
perfect drop.
Sean gave
That
them
would be an
perfect
ideal
splice
drop.
bait. They
Oh, they-
tried
I
to
gave
do
them
the
the
splice.
juiciest drop they've ever heard in their life,
And
and
then
then,
the
when they go in to splice it, it's going to freaking shoot off ricochet like what Hayes said.
And the skull made of ones and zeros comes out on their screen and goes eats one of their other apps.
Got it. So I'll shield the entire thing then.
the
Have a
skeleton
nice day.
head.
The skull's going, have a nice day. Have a nice day. And all the other screens in their house, the skull appearing. Have a nice day.
Yeah, and he actually is giving them the opposite.
Yes.
So Nick, what do you want me to drop on you?
Well, you just said
Any
that,
drop you want.
you just said that this is going to be shielded. So I don't. I
No,
mean, to
we
me, it's
shielded.
Just,
No, we shielded just that one phrase.
Brett, can
And
you
we
shield?
won't do it again.
Can you shield just a fragment of an MP3 file? Like, is that technologically possible?
I can do anything
Okay, all right.
in this box.
He's the fucking lead
Yeah.
engineer.
Okay.
Yeah. We haven't been properly introduced, but actually,
This ain't Dustin Martian over here, all right?
yeah.
This is Brad Morris.
How do you, here's what I want to know.
Yeah.
You can feel, I'm sure just in this room, us having to do the extra episode has sapped all of our strength.
Is this the extra
Hosting-wise.
episode, or is this a,
No.
Might
this a
as
regular
well
episode?
be.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
But it's the same thing. It's all crap now.
That's
It's all mush.
That is a thing we've run into because we do. Did you? So is this your second record of the day? Did you do another one earlier?
No, not even. But we've had to do other extra records in the past
Just
few
that we're
weeks.
recording it
And
all.
I thought that maybe
Gotcha.
each one would be half as good because we're taking one amount of energy and distributing it across more of a show. But
Right.
it's actually somehow even less energy than we were starting with in the first place.
Just
Yeah.
knowing that we have to do two, I think, means that each one is
It's
maybe
about a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely like that's kind of an issue we've had as well. I mean, for us, more
I agree.
It's more logistically that
I
we
agree.
will that we'll double up record. So we'll do like we'll do a full episode and then a bonus episode, and so it's like we're doing twice the talking. And
Sounds like shit, man.
And so my question, the reason I ask you
Yeah.
is how do you handle that like morally? That you're just like getting away with it.
Yeah,
so
like we're
bad.
charging our fans more money basically for a worse product and advertisers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's part of. I mean, that's part of the calculation behind it, right? Like you want to make it as good as possible,
Yeah.
but and then I guess their guilt is kind of a motivating factor of like, okay, I want
Right.
to make sure that this product that someone is paying extra for, is not of worse quality.
But
than
then it
the-
is worse.
Would
Yeah,
you
I
say
mean,
that
a lot of times it
are
is,
you
yeah.
driven by shame?
But then look, here's what I'm guessing happens.
Yeah.
The shame is you're like driving home from the record, you're just racked by shame and you want to drive into a bridge abutment. But then you go home, open the fridge, and it's full of that sweet corn.
You think because I'm corny, I like that corn is my favorite food? That gets a bunch
sweet
of ears
corn.
of corn.
Sweet corn.
That golden sweet corn. Your face is bathed in the yellow light from all the sweet corn.
Yeah, you're freaking mixing up some elote.
I would say actually having elote asado to me would be less corny because that's like, oh yeah, this is corn based, but that's not a conventional Caucasian white person food.
Imagine explaining that. Imagine who would explain that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, but imagine who would tell us about that.
Are you saying a corny person is who explained that?
I'm not saying anything.
The Corny Man.
I'm just asking you. Imagine the Corny Man.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do the full verse
I
of
do.
the Corny Man?
Yes, I do.
From Total Devastation album.
Yes.
Yeah. Have I done that on a show before?
Yes, but not this song parody version of it.
Yeah. I wonder how I would change the lyrics to the Corny Man. I might need a few minutes. Do you know the song The Corny Man?
No, I don't. Is this from a musical?
I didn't know it either.
Okay.
I mean, so Total Devastation had a song called The Horny Man.
Who's Total Devastation?
They were sort of like a
some
Cypress Hill
context clues.
adjacent.
Yeah,
Oh, that's fun.
a musical artist.
Yeah. Weed rappers.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I do know most of the words to The Corny Man. But I don't really know how to change them.
You've had
It's so
time, but you've been
fast.
having to talk, so can't be easy.
And I have been checking in with myself. Do I have anything? And the answer is not really.
Not even one line. What's an original line, and we can all do it.
So the original song is called "The Horny Man."
Well, the
by
thing that's
Total
interesting is
Devastation.
doing a lot of it. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, so sing some of it.
1, 2, mic check it. Came to get naked. Can I get with it? Can I hit it? Because I'm the horny man and love to hit skin. See, I got a gym hat, so it's safe to go in. Getting hot like a toaster. Posing on your
Okay.
poster. Come
Wow,
take a
that's
ride on my
pretty
love
fast.
little ghost. Swimming in women.
You're
Diving like
going
scuba.
too fast.
Hit mad skins like my grandpa.
You're going too fast for me to do a song
sound like
parody.
Twista.
But I could do, okay, so this is the Corny Man. 1, 2, check it. Came to get breakfast. What's the next line?
Yeah.
You
I
just
came
said
to
it.
get with it. So, honey, can I hit it?
Okay.
Maybe.
Uh-huh.
And what about
Quidditch?
this part?
Came to get
What-
Quidditch.
but this
Did
part-
you say Quidditch?
But this
That
part's
was my
good.
idea.
But this
Yes.
part's good. Hang on.
Came to play Quidditch.
Wait, but this part's better. He goes. See, everybody love me because I got a lot of flavor, and plus I'm best known for my. Wait, see, everybody love me because I got a lot of flavor, and plus I'm best known for my sexual behavior.
Okay.
So that part, I think he's talking about flavor already.
Sure.
yeah.
But I guess for me, it seems like is the thesis of this song it's going to be about corn the food, or it's about being corny, like the idea of being kind
Is
of a
he
cheese
made
ball.
of corn?
Yes, is he the corny man?
I think we can find room for all of these things in this
See,
song.
everybody
Okay.
love me because I got a lot
Everyone
of
lo-
flavor.
everybody
Plus,
love
best known
me.
for my sexual behavior. I'm hung like a hanger, the green weed slinger, and like the hit squad, I'm a side as a headbanger. Hit you like a drug, all you need is a hug, and you can be loved.
Is this your favorite song? You really know a lot of it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he knows that. He just sang it.
Yeah.
You were playing this a lot in the offices of the Harvard Lampoon. This is what you guys would
Oh yeah.
play to get down.
Oh yeah, we would throw that on, and we would just set a big pile of money on fire, warm our hands
That was
by it.
part of the big subversion, especially with all your old heroes I know from the movie, is that they were exclusively white, but they would play this Motown music.
Yeah, Barry Gordy.
Oh, that's fun.
Are we doing anything with that flavor line at least before we move
Everybody
on?
loved me because I got an electric shaver, and I'm everybody know me for my corny ass behavior.
Plus, I'm best known for my
Plus, I'm
corny-ass
best known for
behavior.
my corny ass behavior.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you want me to shield that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you. I can see people like setting it up, like doing the thing where they put the beat from the real song on it,
Right.
splicing the beat on it.
See, everybody loves me for my
skull
sweet buttery
met with the
flavor.
skull.
Oh, that's
Okay.
fun.
Plus,
Yeah.
I'm best known for my corny ass behavior.
Yes, that's right.
It's just difficult for me because I don't know the source. So I'm sort of flailing here. I mean, doing a parody.
Trying not to cry.
Doing a parody in and of itself is it's just a lot of it's find and replace a lot of
He
times.
says,
but-
I'm getting love at the pub like Sam Malone. Now, there's something about like corn pone maybe that could go in there.
That's right.
Yeah. He says, I'm getting love at the club like Sam Malone, at the pub like Sam Malone, and I make a bitch moan when it's time to bone. So maybe he just says like, I make some corn pone, and then it's time for pone.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're gonna rhyme corn pone with pone.
Then it's time for pone.
Okay.
So that's not rap to you? All these rappers, I've heard you complain about this. Like, you rhyme like sweet ass with like ass, and like that's not a real rhyme. That's not music.
That's not poetry.
No, I mean, I think it's if you're in a pinch and that's what you got to land on. I think that's fine. But
What if you're doing two different meanings for it?
like ass means one thing and
Well, what
one
if it's
context?
like, if you don't want to get a punch, pass me that cup of punch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, can I
that's
rhyme
clever.
that?
That's clever. Yeah, I think that's fine.
That's okay.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
So then you're going back on your own word.
Look, I'm not the arbiter of what is and isn't a good rap lyric. I
well, then
certainly
why
don't
did
think
you
it's-
come in and say all they need to do with this rap music is add a C to the front of it?
Okay. I don't
Why
think-
did you come in and
Wait a
say
minute.
that this morning?
that they need to do
That they have to do that.
I don't think
and they
that's-
say they can go ahead and borrow the C from the front of my word, corny.
Then you're the Horny Man.
And then you're the Horny
sorry,
Man.
that's taken by Horny Adams.
Horny Adams already has that.
How's he doing? I haven't heard a lot from Horny these
Really
days.
good.
Is he? Okay.
He's on fire, man. He's probably going to tape a special.
Because that little coda of comedian, he kind of seemed like he was flailing. And it's like it's not a sympathetic portrayal of
Could that
him.
have been that the movie shut off and you saw your own reflection in the TV?
You think I was looking at my own? I'm looking at myself flailing.
That little piece at
Right.
the end where there was where he was flailing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible. But I don't know. I don't know if I'd characterize myself as flailing. Like, to me, that's kind of I think I maybe stalled out. But also, this was years ago when I watched it. I don't know if I was either of those things at this point. Hey, Kevin, while you're here, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up with this Lightning McQueen Kleenex box on the table? Why is there like
here
a
we go.
Cars theme?
Oh, my God.
I get our
we go.
tissues and paper towels in bulk, and they had a bunch of like Pixar and different Disney ones and Spider-Man.
Okay.
So I got like
The
100
guy who
tissue
talks about
boxes.
cartoons, who loves the Minions, the cartoon characters that look like corn.
I had so much fun doing this podcast about the Mickey parking structure.
I did have a lot of fun doing it in the podcast. The Ride. I talked about the Mickey and Brent's parking structure. I did have a lot of fun. So Kevin, this is specifically a Cars 3 one. I can tell because you've got Cruz Ramirez on the side there.
I do.
Did anyone see Cars 3? It's not. I don't think it was.
you, Nick.
I didn't think it was great, but there was like a fun element where they had a real passing of the torch, and I wonder if they're going to continue that if they keep the franchise going, because I think they were basically like, oh, Lightning McQueen is not going to be. I mean, spoiler alert: Lightning McQueen is not going to be the fastest racer on the circuit forever. So by the end, there actually is like a very it's basically like a relay race where like he hands the baton to Cruz Ramirez and Cruz Ramirez ends up winning, and then he's kind of settled into the mentor role that was previously occupied by Paul Newman's character.
Do your fans engage with this like authentically, or are they just like, holy shit? Do they talk when you say stuff like that? Are they just like, what the fuck? Or are they actually responding to the stuff that you're saying?
Yeah. Good question.
Right?
I think there's probably a little bit of both. I think there are probably people who are genuinely engaging, and I think there's also people who are sort of like ironically engaging, kind of like
Do you think the people that are genuinely engaging have children? Because everything you likes for babies.
I don't think I just
Maybe
like
that's
think
how
that-
they see it.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible that you're exposed to children's programming because you're yourself a raising kids. So yeah, but I don't think I only like things for babies. I think I do like some family entertainment, but not just that.
What time is it, Brett? In the show?
In the show?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're doing the show.
He's punishing us again.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't give me stuff to do, then
Mitch is texting me right now. Should I text him back?
Minutes in
What'd he say?
Hollywood Handbook time.
He's texting me and Gabrus about something.
Oh, good.
Seeing he just shit on my time to speak to.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Brett. I got locked into this.
Brett, how much time?
It is a waste. It's
40
good when we
minutes.
have Brett for the record, and then
I know.
And then we didn't really get to use him.
I know,
because
but
Nick
you
was
you
fucking
can also be
blathering.
like, you don't have to be passive aggressive about it, Brett. You can be like
I can't
throwing
even
stuff
see
out
your
there.
face.
So do it to Sean. Direct it to Sean.
What's up, dude?
It's your computer. It wasn't my idea to put a computer there. It's
Hey,
your
Brett.
idea.
Brett?
Yeah.
Mad respect.
Mad respect.
What time is it in the show?
41 minutes now.
And that's like the
41:30.
same length as our bonus episodes. That's the thing. Do we have to go to do these have to be longer with the ads?
It's starting to feel that way.
With the ads.
With the ads.
Oh, right.
Between the ads and everything.
Wait, so you run ads on your bonus episodes? No, right?
No.
But you're saying
The
your bonus
Wiger
episodes
move.
your bonus episodes are a little shorter. They're like a little bit more compressed.
Our bonus episodes, yeah, well, there's no ads. They're, I guess, a little bit shorter.
'Cause I think
they should be 30 to 45 or
Yeah,
something.
that sounds good. Because I think like this was a question Hayes asked earlier, and we partially addressed, and then we went on a tangent. But as far as the difference between our normal episodes and our bonus episodes are more compact, and I think they are. We've got these normally 90-minute episodes.
I just gotta buy.
Hollywood Handbook.
Hey, so we've been getting trolled on World of Warships. As soon as we read the ad, I checked my boat, and people were already blasting at it.
Yeah, and they friggin' made all lines on the side of my ship. They keyed my ship. They put friggin' nasty stuff in there. It said this ship looked like a turd, which it doesn't. It looks awesome. And not even brown. So, good luck. Nice try. I actually am going to fix it, so don't even think about that. But if you do it again, I will be pissed and I will shoot a cannon.
People shot. I'm standing on the back of my boat, and people shot the word bitch into my chest.
That sucks so much.
It sucks.
And it's so immature.
I hate being shot like that.
It's so immature, and he's not a bitch. And certainly, even if he was, he shouldn't have it shot in his chest. So think about that.
I hate being dead.
And he does have a brown ship. So why wouldn't you just do what you did to my ship to hit? It doesn't matter. Don't mess up anybody's ship. Everybody's supposed to be having fun. It's a free-to-play
Just float
historical
around.
online
no
combat
more
game.
war.
Okay? So please, if you're wondering what it's like to captain some of the greatest warships of World War II, please, by all means, get in there. But don't use that power then
Stop having
to
war
mess
with us.
up my boat.
Download World of Warships for free today at commandwarships.com to begin your naval adventure, and enter the code Hollywood18.
Hollywood 18.
All caps.
All adult letters. No little kid letters. It's Hollywood 18. So the way to remember that, 18 and over, you're an adult. You can basically do anything
This
you want.
game is for adults and for smart kids.
So, and I know Hollywood hasn't always cared whether people are 18 or not, but in this case, Hollywood 18, we do care. All
You might
grown-up
think
letters.
since it's World War II era, that people were getting away with some stuff back then. Mm-hmm.
Well, sorry. You may wonder what it would be like to captain some of the greatest warships of World War II, but you're going to be wondering it in present-day America, where we do make you put Hollywood 18 down. So,
And you get the free premium ship, the famous cruiser Aurora, and I checked in the meantime. The human famous cruiser Aurora is very old now, so if she approaches you, feel free to just do whatever you want.
and a pile of in-game currency, and I like this because there's not a specific amount.
Yes, a pile.
It's just a pile of dough, baby.
Yeah.
Come on, Jack. A freaking pile of dough. You better jump in and start your epic World War II naval experience.
At commandwarships.com.